I kind of think this was doomed from the beginning. And as Prince William reportedly told Harry, haste makes waste, get to know her better, don't jump into this. And hindsight is 2020. I think he's probably wanting to say to his brother, oh my God, you were so bloody right. I can't believe this. And it happened. It unfolded the way people predicted it, the way Prince William seemingly thought it would. And that's sad because
what the hell?
Yeah.
Because that's what's so fascinating. Meghan had her sister saying this isn't going to work. Harry had his brother saying this isn't going to work. And unfortunately,
wait for it,
Harry was completely drunk on love. And he took leave of all of his senses. But there's a lot that he cannot erase. An extraordinary breaking royal story developing right now. Operation Bring Prince Harry in from the cold. The Mail on Sunday reporting in some detail at the weekend how the Duke of Sussex is so miserable with his new life in the US, so sick of all of the woke-topians from Hollywood who've been giving him this terrible advice. He's now turned back to his old friends and is trying to rehabilitate himself. So, what does this mean for Prince Harry's relationship with the royal family? And most significantly, Prince Harry's relationship with his wife, Meghan
wait for it,
Markle, which seems to be only heading in one direction. No one else I would rather discuss this with more than my friend and the sister of aforementioned Meghan Markle, Samantha Markle, joining me live from Florida. So, Sam, we have loads to go through on this today. Bombshell after bombshell has emerged, but what's your overall take on this? Because what's so fascinating is no one is denying the fact that Meghan Markle, your sister, hates the UK. So for Harry to be talking about a return surely means a return without her.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Whether it's full-time or part-time.
Oh my God. Hi, Jen. You said it yourself. Sometimes you just got to laugh. So look, let's take a stroll down memory lane. We went from the Freedom Flight to Operation Save Harry, from the cold, right? So, all of these dramas, flying to freedom, flying away from what he called freedom. And, we watched him whine about being the spare, not the heir. We watched him then whine about things not working out in Hollywood. So it's like, this big whine thing, but you got to ask, all of this bouncing about and all of the damage that's been done to the royal family.
Okay.
It seems like he didn't like being low on the figurative totem pole. He didn't like being at the bottom of the ladder. So now he's going to go from being a royal, being a prince, trashing his family, going to Hollywood, being a nobody, and now wanting to go back to the fold, quote. And if he doesn't like being on the bottom of the ladder, it kind of seems like,
wait for it,
going back. Don't you think he'll not only be at the bottom of the ladder, but like way down in the basement? He's going to be at the bottom of everything, going back. And I would think, realistically,
are you serious?
So much trust has been breached. It's going to take him quite some time to build friendships that rely on trust. So he's got a long way to go. But if he doesn't like being at the bottom,
wait for it,
he's sure making a leap back to, I would say, the deep basement bottom. What do you think? I mean, really, I don't see it as being a jiffy pop.
I think
solution.
this is an absolutely desperate move. Things are going terribly in the US. The entertainment empire has been a disaster. The American celebrities have turned off him. And Colombia, I think, was an absolute critical moment.
Fact.
Sam, I know we've spoken about it before, but he looked miserable. He couldn't even hide it. Do you know the only time Prince Harry didn't look miserable in Colombia? When he was flirting with the hot female translator on the
Here it comes.
first day and trying to edge as far away from your sister as humanly possible. There was also the fact that Meghan was loving being in the limelight. This seems to be what she wants to do. And Harry is so clearly hating it. And in fact, new information, Sam, has emerged from The Sun, which reports that Prince Harry is moaning to pals that he feels like the spare again in exile in the US and might want to come home. And they quote friends as saying that Harry is feeling more and more isolated in California. I mean, ladies, see, it's just total word salad.
It's insanity. It's rubbish. I mean, he's on the one hand saying there are so many problems that governments have to cope with, which there are, and they're usually coping very ineffectually, I have to say.
Okay.
And then he's on the other hand saying, but then you will bring in young people who are inexperienced and therefore might be able to have an opinion, but wouldn't necessarily have a solution. He wants them to be brought in to the decision-making process.
Really, nigga?
I mean, the guy's a total idiot. I mean, if he'd ever run anything except his mouth, he'd know that it's not possible to have, if you're going to be running something, there has to be a leader.
Yes, exactly.
There has to be somebody who is the ideas person. And then, yes, you have people who are going to go along with you and help you. But you can't have endless input. It creates havoc. It doesn't create a solution.
Are you sure about that?
And the idea that governments should have young people telling it, it's so stupid. I mean, but he is stupid. Listen, this is a guy who at school could only pass words. He couldn't even pass his art exam.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And believe me, nowadays, where you don't even have to do life drawing or anything, passing an art exam is so easy. A 2-year-old child would be able to be declared a genius with smudges and thing all over a canvas.
I don't like where this is going.
And he couldn't even pass that. You know, it's offensive on a certain level. But there he is pontificating.
Oh, I know.
But what was interesting, Dan, was that Jamaican girl made some very good, interesting points.
Okay, I'm listening. You have my attention.
In terms of the way where the world is heading now, in terms of political instability, of governments creating havoc and warmongering. I mean, she made some really good points, which I was totally in favor of. And of course, I was proud of my compatriot because she was so intelligent. But he's just an idiot, that man.
Yes, that's the perfect way, I think, to sum up his New York trip. But ladies, here, I want to talk to you about the other big story which has a royal connection this week. Mohammed Al Fayed, these explosive revelations from the BBC with multiple rape claims. For folk who don't know, Mohammed Al Fayed was, of course, the father of Dodi Al Fayed, who died in the Paris tunnel with Princess Diana, the owner of Harrods for many years.
Okay.
And her almost into the Ghislaine Maxwell of the piece. And I believe you have a personal connection with her and some real insight into what the BBC are trying to do here. But first, it turns out the key to losing weight and keeping it off is not in carbs or fat or even probiotic-rich foods.
Are you serious?
No, the end game of having a healthy weight, as well as more energy and a long, healthy life, comes down to a specific switch you can flip in your body to flush out unnecessary calories.
So that was a f***ing lie.
Dr. Stephen Gundry is calling this caloric bypass. And by activating this specific process in your body, he has seen thousands of people dramatically improve their health, even at age 50 and beyond.
Oh my God! Wow!
This includes losing weight, getting tons more energy, and returning to the good health that they had in their youth once they simply address this one key to better health.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
Not only that, this is actually associated with improved digestion, strong feeling joints and muscles, smoother skin, and healthier lives, meaning it could be the key to a happy life.
Boring.
Dr. Stephen Gundry has lost 70 pounds himself using his research and has kept the weight off for over 20 years and counting. His digestive issues are gone, his health is fantastic, and he feels younger and healthier today than he did in his 40s. His video has been watched by over 20 million people to date, and you can watch and learn more about it at thehealthyfat.com/outspoken. It's linked at the bottom of this video on YouTube and Rumble, but he'll teach you exactly how he has kept his weight off for free.